Sanji just got about 50 times cooler in this episode. He's already a cool character, but the fact he managed to free the Straw Hat Pirates, and not only that, he managed to trick and taunt Crocodile, I thought was just amazing. Up to this point, Crocodile seems to have been infallible. He hasn't made a single mistake. He hasn't been tricked once. He's always seemed to be in control. This is the first time we've seen him actually sort of on the back foot, and we've seen him be tricked in some sort of way. And it came from Sanji, which was not something I expected. But the way he managed to lure him out of the building so he could get inside, and then he beat up Mr. 3, who was inside the belly of the Banana Gator, and then managed to open the cage and free the Straw Hats from the cage. I just thought was brilliant. You know, his plan literally worked amazingly. Even, you know, Chopper was part of the plan, and he managed to trick Crocodile too. So the Straw Hats actually have one up on Crocodile, and I just know for a fact that's going to piss him off. You can see when he finds out that the Straw Hats are gone, and Sanji's left that note saying, you know, "See you later from Mr. Prince." Crocodile is fucking fuming, and he's even saying, like, "I'm going to kill all of you the next time I see you." Like, he's actively on the hunt now for the Straw Hat Pirates, and while he doesn't know the identity of Mr. Prince, he knows he's linked to the Straw Hats, so I think that's going to be his number one priority now, especially as though he explained the Operation Utopia plan to Vivi and the Straw Hats, I believe. So, you know, that's going to be his priority. Crocodile is going to be going directly after the Straw Hats now. And that's super exciting. Another interesting reveal in this episode was the fact that Miss All Sunday has the exact same bounty as Crocodile, which means she's just as notorious, she's just as sought after as Crocodile. I don't know what exactly she's done. I don't know what makes her so dangerous. I mean, we've seen her powers. It sort of makes sense how she is as powerful as she is, you know, being able to grow her limbs out of anywhere and manipulate whatever she wants with that. I mean, makes a lot of sense. But I imagine as Crocodile has done, she's probably done some crazy shit in order to get a reputation like that. You know, Crocodile sort of has this reputation at the moment that he's like this good guy because, you know, he's one of the 7 warlords and he protects the people, but we know that's not the case. However, Miss All Sunday, I don't know, maybe she has a completely different reputation. I'm not too sure if she's been seen in public with Crocodile or what that is, what the whole thing is with that. But like I said, the fact that she's got the exact same bounty level as Crocodile is really, really interesting. She's still a little bit of a mystery, Miss All Sunday. You know, we know that she's Crocodile's partner, but that's about it so far. We know she can grow limbs, and that's her power from, like, anywhere. We know she can do that. But besides that, we don't really know anything about her, and I think she has a lot more to her than what we've seen so far. That's just my assumption. I don't know. After the Straw Hats escape, we see that Captain Smoker is also rescued by Zoro. As we know, he has the devil fruit, so he can't swim. He just basically, water is his kryptonite. Same with Luffy. But when he wakes up, he asks Zoro why exactly he saved him. He has no idea why. And it turns out that Luffy is the one that commanded Zoro to save Smoker. I mean, that just goes to show a lot about Luffy. Even though Smoker's been chasing Luffy this whole time, he's trying to capture him, and Luffy's been on the run from him. He doesn't want somebody like that to die. He clearly sees something good in Captain Smoker. He doesn't see him as somebody like a Wapol or like an Arlong or a Crocodile. Rightfully so. He's nothing like those guys. He's actually just a good. He's just a Marine doing his job. You know, he's a bounty hunter. You know, so he's doing what he's supposed to do. And Luffy, I believe, sees that. He sees the good in him, and he doesn't believe anybody like that should die. And the fact that, like I said, Luffy's going through this with him, and he was still telling Zoro to save him, even though Zoro could have easily just let him die then, I thought said a lot about Luffy's character. And I think it might have converted Captain Smoker as well a little bit on Luffy, made him maybe see a different perspective. Like I said, I think Smoker just sees him as another bounty, another pirate. He obviously has a bit of a personal vendetta against him. I mean, he's chased him all the way to the Grand Line for a reason. But I think maybe this has made him see a different perspective on Luffy. I don't know. Only time will tell, really. Yeah, this was a pretty crazy episode. Now the Straw Hats are going to be heading directly to Alabama to try and stop this war, stop Alabasta from destroying itself from the inside out. And also Crocodile is going to be on their tail too. So I think it's going to get very interesting very fast. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. So let's do it.